Back then I had a fear of mediocrity. Like, I just didn't want to be average. I didn't want to go get a job. I didn't want to go to college. I didn't want to work 40 hours a week. I watched my dad work, 60, 70 hours a week to make six figures a year in the 90s, which was good. But I didn't want that. I didn't want nothing to do with a life like that. So on some level, I just knew there was no status quo. And to this day, it's the same thing. I've never had a real job. I've never had a guaranteed paycheck. Not in my entire life. There was never like, hey, are you working hourly? Maybe when I was like 16 and went to do some telemarketing here and there, or in my, late teens or whatever. But in my adult life, since I knocked my very first store, there's never been a paycheck. You got to eat what you kill and you got to go get it. And so I was brought up and brought in like that. And nobody signs up to, when you're a kid, like, what do you want to be when you grow up? I want to be the quarterback for the Browns, right? It might have been better off if I was. But that being said, nobody wants to be a door-to-door guy. Door-to-door has afforded me a life beyond my wildest dreams. I've been able to make over $20 million in my life, a life beyond my wildest dreams, and that's from knocking on doors. I think that, like, if you have that hustle, I think that's the one thing that changed. And then, even like back then at the bottom, like the one thing I didn't lose was hope, right? Yeah, so I think a lot of, there's some stuff that's still the same.